Welcome to Keep the Faith Ministry News. I'm Sabrina Peterson, and I'm filling in for Pastor Mayer while he is on medical leave. For the past 3,000 years, when people thought of money, they thought of cash. From buying food to settling bar tabs, day-to-day dealings involved creased paper or clinking bits of metal. Over the past decade, however, digital payments have taken off. Tapping your plastic on a terminal or swiping a smartphone has become normal. Now, this revolution is about to turn cash into an endangered species in some rich economies. That will make the economy more efficient, but it also poses new problems that could hold the transition hostage. Countries are eliminating cash at various speeds, but the direction of travel is clear, and in some cases the journey is nearly complete. In Sweden, the number of retail cash transactions per person has fallen by 80% in the past 10 years. Cash accounts for just 6% of purchases by value in Norway. Britain is probably 4 or 6 years behind the Nordic countries. America is perhaps a decade behind. Outside the rich world, cash is still king, but even there its dominance is being eroded. In China, digital payments rose from 4% of all payments in 2012 to 34% in 2017. Cash is dying out because of two forces. One is demand. Younger consumers want payment systems that plug seamlessly into their digital lives. But equally important is that suppliers such as banks and tech firms in developed markets and telecom companies in emerging ones are developing fast, easy-to-use payment technologies from which they can pull data and pocket fees. There is a high cost to running the infrastructure behind the cash economy. ATMs, van-carrying notes, tellers who accept coins. Most financial firms are keen to abandon it or deter old-fashioned customers with hefty fees. In the main, the prospect of a cashless economy is excellent news. Cash is inefficient. In rich countries, minting, sorting, storing, and distributing it is estimated to cost about 0.5% of GDP. But that does not begin to capture the gains. When payments dematerialize, people and shops are less vulnerable to theft. Governments can keep closer tabs on fraud or tax evasion. Digitalization vastly expands the playground of small businesses and sole traders by enabling them to sell beyond their borders. It also creates a credit history, helping consumers borrow. Yet set against these benefits are a bundle of worries. Electronic payment systems may be vulnerable to technical failures, power blackouts, and cyber attacks. This week, Capital One, an American bank, became the latest firm to be hacked. In a cashless economy, the poor, the elderly, and country folk may be left behind. And eradicating cash, an anonymous payment method for a digital system, could let governments snoop on people's shopping habits and private titans exploit their personal data. These problems have three remedies. First, governments need to ensure that central banks' monopoly over coins and notes is not replaced by private monopolies over digital money. Rather than letting a few credit card firms have a stranglehold on the electronic pipes for digital payments, as America may yet allow, governments must ensure the payments plumbing is open to a range of digital firms which can build services on top of it. They should urge banks to offer cheap, instant bank-to-bank digital transfers between deposit accounts, as in Sweden and the Netherlands. Competition should keep prices low so that the poor can afford most services, and it should also mean that if one firm stumbles, others can step in, making the system resilient. Second, governments should maintain banks' obligation to keep customer information private, so that the plumbing remains anonymous. Digital firms that use this plumbing to offer services should be free to monetize transaction data through, for example, advertising, so long as their business model is made explicit to users. Some customers will favor free services that track their purchases. Others will want to pay to be left alone. Last, the phase-out of cash should be gradual. For a period of 10 years, banks should be obliged to accept and distribute cash in populated areas. This will buy governments time to help the poor open bank accounts, educate the elderly, and beef up internet access in rural areas. The rush towards digital money is the result of spontaneous demand and innovation. To pocket all the rewards, governments need to prepare for the day when crumpled banknotes change hands for the last time. A cashless economy will make buying and selling very difficult for those who oppose the coming worship laws, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 13:17. This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. Thank you for watching.